Hello and welcome. We're going to begin in supta baddha konasona, bringing the soles of the feet together, lying down flat on your back, allowing the knees to drop down towards the ground. You can either have the arms alongside the body with the palms face up, or bring one hand on your chest and the other hand on your stomach. We're going to stay here for a few breaths, allowing any stress or tension to melt away. Slowly release, bringing the knees in towards each other and hugging them into your chest, rocking from side to side. Roll over onto one side and come up to sitting. From here, we'll take some side stretches, bringing the right hand down towards the mat and the left arm extends. Coming through center, left hand comes down, right arm extends. Moving through center, right hand comes down, left arm extends. Reaching with the fingertips, move through center, left hand comes down, right arm extends. Coming back to center and release. Coming into our tabletop position, we'll move through some cat-cows. Inhale, lifting the chin, arching the spine. Exhale, chin to chest and round. Inhaling to arch the back, lifting the chin. Exhale to round. Doing a few more, following the rhythm of your own breath. Inhaling to arch the spine, exhaling to round. Bringing the spine back to a neutral position, tucking in the toes, giving them a stretch. Then lifting the knees, coming into hovering tabletop. Lifting the hips, coming into downward facing dog. And we'll start to pedal out the legs, bending one knee and then the other. Stretching through the backs of the legs and through the spine as well. Finding stillness in your downward facing dog. Inhale to look forwards. Step the feet between the hands, coming into a halfway lift with a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Hold on to opposite elbows and sway from side to side, maybe taking a slight bend through the knees. Slowly release, and as you inhale, bend the knees, rise all the way up, bring the palms together, taking a side stretch to the left side. Coming through center and taking that stretch over towards the right. Coming to center and release. We'll inhale, bring the hands towards the ceiling, and exhale to fold. Inhale for our halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. Lower down the knees, untuck the toes, bring the chin and the chest towards the ground, and inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, bringing the right foot towards the ceiling. Exhale, stepping the foot in between the hands, keeping the left hand on the mat. And as you inhale, bring the right hand towards the ceiling, coming into a twist. Exhale to release, lowering the back knee, untucking the toes, coming into a crescent lunge, reaching the hands towards the ceiling, making sure the knee is stacked over the ankle. On your next exhale, we'll bring both hands down towards the mat and come into a half split, straightening the right leg, flexing the right toes towards you, trying to bring your chin towards your shin. Slowly release, bending the right knee, lifting the back knee and stepping back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot comes towards the ceiling, and exhale, stepping that foot in between the hands. The right hand stays on the mat, left hand comes towards the ceiling for a twist. Slowly release, bringing both hands down to the mat, lowering the back knee, untucking the toes, and inhale, coming into a crescent lunge. Exhale, bring both hands down to the mat, straighten the left leg, flexing the left toes towards you as you bring your chin towards your shin in half split. Slowly release, lifting the back knee, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, the right foot comes towards the ceiling. Bend the right knee, opening the hip. And slowly step the right foot in between the hands. Staying on the back toes, we'll inhale, come into a high lunge. Bringing the hands to heart center, and the weight into the right foot will lift the left knee and come into tree pose, placing the left foot on the inside of the right thigh with the hands at heart center. From here, we'll bring the hands towards the ceiling, opening the chest. Slowly release, bringing the palms to heart center and taking a big step back with the left foot, reaching the hands towards the ceiling, back into high lunge. And release, bringing the hands down to the mat, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left foot towards the ceiling, bending the left knee, opening the hip. Stepping the left foot in between the hands. As you inhale, coming into high lunge. Then bringing the hands to heart center, the weight comes into the left foot, lifting the right knee, coming into tree pose with the right foot on the inside of the left thigh, hands at heart center. And then lifting the hands towards the ceiling, opening the chest. We'll release, taking a big step back with the right foot coming into our high lunge. Bringing the hands down to the mat, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhaling to look forwards. And we'll come into pigeon pose, bringing the right knee towards the right wrist. Keeping the left leg long. Inhale, lengthening, lifting the chest, and exhale to fold. You can rest your forehead on your forearms, or if you prefer, you can take the hands out in front, extending the arms, and rest your head on the mat. We'll slowly release, inhaling to lift the body up, bring the weight into the right side, and swing the left leg out in front. We'll come into janu sirsasana with the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, lifting the hands towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Trying to keep the spine as straight as possible. flexing the left toes towards you, trying to bring your chin towards your shin, holding either onto your leg or maybe holding onto the foot. And slowly release. Coming into a twist, we'll take the right foot to the outside of the left leg and press the left elbow into the right thigh as we twist to gaze over the right shoulder. Coming back to center, taking the legs out to one side and finding your way back into downward facing dog. Ready to come into pigeon on the other side, bringing the left knee towards the left wrist, keeping the right leg long. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, lifting the chest, and exhale to fold. You can rest your forehead on your forearms, or there's the option to take the hands out in front and rest the forehead on the mat. And we'll release, inhaling to look up, bringing the weight into the left side as you swing your right leg out in front. Ready for janu sirsasana with the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, reaching the arms up, and as you exhale, hinge at the hips, folding over the right leg. Hands can rest either on your leg or maybe holding on to the foot. And release. Coming into our twist, bringing the left foot to the outside of the right leg, pressing the right elbow into the right thigh and twisting to gaze over the left shoulder. Coming back to center, taking the legs out to one side, moving through tabletop and coming into a child's pose, bringing the big toes together, knees wide apart, extending the arms out long and resting the forehead on the mat, sinking back into the hips. Enjoying this nice grounding pose. letting any stress or tension melt away. We'll slowly release, walking the hands back towards the body, and swing the legs out in front so that we can come down onto our back. Hug the knees into the chest. Slowly rock from side to side, massaging the lower back. And release, taking the legs out long, lying flat on the back with the arms alongside the body and the palms face up. Closing the eyes as we come into Shavasana, our final resting posture. We will end our practice here. Thank yourself for showing up today on your mat, and enjoy the rest of your day.